Think you are walking correctly just because you have been doing it for 70 years?
Think again.
The way you are walking right now may actually be accelerating your biological aging and quietly increasing your risk of a catastrophic fall. That may sound harsh, but the standard advice to simply get out and walk more is dangerously incomplete. In fact, a landmark study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society tracked more than 3,000 adults over the age of 70 for nearly a decade. The researchers uncovered a staggering pattern. Those who walked with a shortened, compromised stride were 47% more likely to suffer a life-altering disability or loss of independence compared to those who maintained a more dynamic gait. Today, we are going to reveal the single most powerful adjustment to your walking posture that could literally save your life. And it is something 90% of seniors completely overlook. But before we dive into our countdown of the 6 life-saving adjustments you need to make, I have a quick question for you. How old are you? And what is the number one thing holding you back from walking as far or as fast as you used to? Drop your age and your answer in the comments below. I personally read every single comment because I truly care about your journey toward vibrant health. Now let's begin our countdown with number 6. Number 6. Reverse the survival lean. Once many people pass the age of 70, their bodies begin to lean forward from the waist while walking. It is a natural, subconscious survival response. Your body is trying to bring your eyes closer to the ground because somewhere deep inside, you are afraid of tripping. But this instinct may actually be making you less safe. Researchers at Harvard Medical School found that this forward lean can shift your center of gravity by a critical 3 inches. That shift increases the risk of a forward trip and fall by as much as 65%. Think of your spine like a tall crane carrying too much weight at the very tip. The moment it leans too far forward, pressure builds where it should not. That extra strain places unnatural stress on your lower back and prevents your lungs from expanding fully. And for an aging body, that is a serious problem. After age 75, lung capacity naturally declines by around 30%. So when you hunch forward while walking, you reduce oxygen delivery to your muscles even more, which means fatigue sets in faster and balance begins to suffer. To fix this, before you even take your first step, imagine a golden string attached to the top of your head, gently pulling you upward toward the sky. Keep your gaze at eye level, looking about 20 feet ahead rather than staring down at your toes. To make this adjustment even more powerful, combine your upright posture with deep belly breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds, then exhale slowly through pursed lips for 4 seconds. This simple combination helps your diaphragm drop, increases oxygen flow, and instantly stabilizes your core. Now let's move to number 5. Number 5. Fix the shuffling foot strike. Watch a group of seniors walking in the park and you will notice one very common pattern. Their feet barely leave the ground.
They shuffle.
A major study from the Mayo Clinic found that seniors who shuffle experience a 35% reduction in ankle joint mobility, which makes them far more vulnerable to uneven sidewalks, loose rugs, and unexpected changes in surface. Shuffling often happens because of something called anabolic resistance. As we age, the muscles become less responsive and less willing to maintain strength efficiently. One of the first muscles affected is the tibialis anterior, the shin muscle responsible for lifting your toes. As that muscle weakens, the front of the foot stops lifting properly, and the result is a dragging, shuffling step. To reverse this, you need to consciously switch to a deliberate heel-to-toe roll. Every time your foot touches the ground, let your heel strike first, then roll smoothly through the arch, and push off firmly through your big toe. Think of your foot like a rocking chair. It should glide smoothly from back to front, not slap flat onto the floor. The best time to practice this is during the first 10 minutes of your morning walk, when your nervous system is fresh and most responsive. And to reinforce this movement, add one simple exercise at breakfast. While sitting down, tap your toes up and down quickly for 60 seconds. This wakes up the shin muscles, increases circulation, and prepares your feet to lift more naturally when you walk. Now for number 4. Number 4. Restore your natural arm swing. Many seniors walk with their arms frozen at their sides or tightly occupied by a purse, cane, or phone. But what most people do not realize is that this dramatically changes the way the entire body moves. A fascinating study from the Cleveland Clinic showed that eliminating your natural arm swing increases the metabolic cost of walking by 15%. That means your heart and lungs have to work significantly harder just to move you at the exact same pace. Think of your arms like the pendulums of a grandfather clock. They help set the rhythm, timing, and flow of your stride. When your arms stop swinging, your torso stiffens, your rotation becomes restricted, and your hips are forced to work much harder to move your legs. Over time, this puts extra stress on the lower back and hip joints. To correct this, bend your elbows at a relaxed 90-degree angle and allow your arms to swing naturally from the shoulders. When your left foot steps forward, your right arm should move forward too, and vice versa. It should feel smooth, easy, and rhythmic. If this feels awkward at first, practice walking next to a wall for 5 minutes a day and focus only on relaxing your shoulders and allowing the arms to move freely. To support this even further, many people find that taking a high-quality magnesium supplement about an hour before a walk helps relax the nervous system and reduce the upper body tightness that causes the arms to lock up in the first place. And if this information is helping you so far, take a quick second to subscribe and hit the like button. It helps our channel grow so we can keep bringing important health information to seniors who need it most. Now let's continue with number 3. Number 3. Activate the glute powerhouse. As we age, long periods of sitting can cause the glute muscles, the powerful muscles in your buttocks, to essentially fall asleep. This is often referred to as glute amnesia. And when that happens, walking becomes less efficient, less stable, and much more stressful on the joints. A study from the University of Michigan Biomechanics Lab found that seniors who do not properly engage their glutes while walking place up to 70% more stress on their knees and lower back. Think of your glutes like the engine of a heavy-duty truck. If the engine stops doing its job, the smaller parts are forced to carry the load, and eventually they wear down. In the aging body, this lack of glute activation also contributes to declining mitochondrial function. These mitochondria are the tiny power plants inside your cells that help generate energy. When they are not being stimulated properly, walking speed declines. And slow walking speed is one of the strongest predictors of early mortality in older adults. To fix this, begin practicing a mindful glute squeeze as your back leg extends behind you with each step. As that leg straightens, gently contract the buttock muscle on that side. This opens the hip, drives you forward with muscle instead of joint strain, and helps restore power to your stride. Start with just 50 steps at a time until the movement begins to feel natural. To strengthen this effect, have a high-protein snack such as Greek yogurt or a handful of almonds about 30 minutes before your walk. Combining targeted muscle activation with amino acids can help overcome anabolic resistance and better support those critical glute muscles. Now let's move to number 2. Number 2. Widen your tracking lanes. Many seniors walk as if they are balancing on a tightrope, placing one foot almost directly in front of the other. It may feel efficient, but it actually makes you far less stable. The Stanford Center on Longevity conducted a long-term trial showing that walking with a narrow base of support increases lateral instability by a shocking 80%. That means if someone bumps into you, or if your foot lands on a pebble, a crack, or a slippery patch, you have almost no margin for recovery. Think of your body like a camera tripod. If the legs are too close together, the slightest disturbance can knock it over. Stability depends on having a strong, supportive base. As we age, inflammation and neurological decline can affect the vestibular system in the inner ear, which plays a major role in balance. So if your internal balance is becoming less reliable, your external base needs to become more stable. Here is the fix. Imagine there is a white line running straight down the middle of your walking path. Your left foot should stay on the left side of that line, and your right foot should stay on the right side. In other words, your feet should stay roughly hip-width apart as you walk. This one simple adjustment gives your brain an immediate sense of security and helps stabilize the pelvis. To amplify this benefit, wear proper footwear. Avoid thick, overly soft, marshmallow-like running shoes that disconnect your feet from the ground. Instead, choose a flat, supportive shoe with a wide toe box that allows your toes to spread naturally. That creates a powerful synergy. A wider stance combined with better sensory feedback from the feet gives your brain clearer information about where your body is in space.
And now we come to number 1.
Number 1. Maximize your stride length. This is the most powerful walking adjustment in the entire video. And it connects directly to the study I mentioned at the beginning. A groundbreaking study from the European Society of Cardiology followed thousands of elderly patients and found that for every 2-inch reduction in natural stride length, the risk of all-cause mortality increased by an astonishing 38%. That is not a small issue. That is a warning sign. A short, choppy stride often means your hip flexors are tight, your confidence is dropping, and your nervous system is moving in fear mode rather than strength mode. Think of a short stride like driving your car with the emergency brake half engaged. You can still move forward, but everything becomes less efficient, more stressful, and more damaging over time. In older adults, a shortened stride speeds up muscle wasting and reduces the force needed to circulate oxygen-rich blood effectively through the body. To apply this life-saving change, you do not need to take huge, uncomfortable steps. Instead, focus on pushing off more strongly with your back foot so your front step extends naturally by just 1 to 2 inches. That is enough. Think about creating a little more distance between your heels with every step. Practice this for just 15 minutes a day, ideally in the afternoon when your joints are warmer and naturally better lubricated. To support this improvement, Some people choose to pair it with vitamin D3 and K2. Vitamin D3 may support muscle contraction strength, while vitamin K2 helps direct calcium into the bones rather than the arteries, supporting a stronger skeletal system for a more powerful stride. All of the scientific studies mentioned today are listed in the description below. Maintaining your health after 70 is not about running marathons or lifting extreme weights. It is about mastering the essential movements of everyday life so you can preserve something truly priceless, your independence. Your ability to walk with strength, stability, and confidence shapes your quality of life, your freedom to go where you want, your ability to visit family, and your long-term longevity. And the good news is this. It is never too late to retrain your body. Your muscles can adapt. Your nervous system can learn. Your confidence can return. But only if you begin giving your body the right signals. So start applying these changes on your very next walk, and pay attention to how quickly your balance, energy, and confidence begin to improve. Please subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based health tips. And now tell me in the comments. Which of these 6 walking mistakes do you think you are making the most? I am looking forward to reading your response.